everyone saw the briefing that we got from the administration on this. This will be held right now.
Thinking about the RDDC proposal specifically, will they be providing the services that are listed under the opioid settlement piece as well, or are they providing just the services that are listed above that on top?
No, they will also address the drug use downtown as well.
And we've talked to RDDC about naloxone training, and et cetera, so.
Thank you.
I would like more information on the organizations who are going to be offering these services. What are their experiences and expertise in harm reduction and the overdose crisis, in addition to Narcan? So I would certainly like to know their experience and expertise in these services and why they were chosen.
How is a development corporation going to be responsible for providing harm reduction and counseling and peer support services?
They will be trained, and they'll receive training in, for instance, things like naloxone.
So Galen Brooks, with her experience in bids, is going to be trained to provide harm reduction services and supervise folks providing those services?
Galen Brooks is not going to be an ambassador on the street of Rochester.
So who will be supervising the ambassadors in the RDDC program?
We can get you that information.
We also received a letter from AFSCME, and that letter really concerned me. In the letter, it cited that hiring downtown ambassadors to do the work that members of the AFSCME bargaining units already do regarding enhancement services would be a violation of Taylor law. So I understand proposals with significantly more details have been sent to these organizations. I'm wondering why those proposals aren't shared with council. Are you able to share the proposals that you sent to Baraka, Father Tracy, and RDDC with us?
It's very similar to this. Very, very similar to this, but yes.
Yeah, I condensed everything into one document for you.
Yeah, being that it's a new program, I think we want to see everything. We don't want to feel blindsided by any of this.
I would like to say that selecting 2 of the council districts for an ambassador program, but leaving out areas like Monroe Ave or Lyle Ave to maybe like a second round in the pilot is really short-sighted. Monroe Ave especially is at a tipping point right now where intervention is desperately needed and people desperately need help, and the business owners and residents of the area are at their wits' end. And I'm sure Lyle Ave has a similar story.
I would just echo Council Vice President on that. I think if we're going to pursue a pilot and we want to kind of test the case citywide in different areas, from a council perspective, it would be most equitable to do it in each quad of the city.
We'd appreciate getting all this back as soon as possible so that we can deliberate on it prior to the council meeting. Last question.
So there have been concerns about these all being grouped as one piece of legislation because, one, the funding is from the opioid settlements for 2 of the neighborhoods and the others from undistributed. And judging by some of the responses, we have 2 organizations with people who are trained and ready to go with providing harm reduction services. And then we have other organizations who are essentially developers. Can you share why you've chosen not to split this or why this has been combined?
Mayor's not here to answer that question. We're supporting his vision for these ambassador programs.